Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another Tech Gear Talk video. Today I want to talk about removing obstacles that get in the way of your YouTube video production and ultimately in the way of your success on YouTube. One of the biggest challenges that faces YouTube creators is making sure that they have enough time to complete all the tasks that are necessary to have a successful channel. We all live very busy lives and it's very difficult to try to weave all these tasks into our everyday routine. And let me give you a quick tip. Don't try. Instead, change your routine. I created a much more detailed video that really dives into the time issue and has a lot of actionable tips that I think can help you become more productive. I'll link to it up on the top left corner and then also in the description of this video. So if you're interested, I think it could really help you. Today, I want to specifically talk about removing obstacles that prevent you from starting or completing a creative task that's necessary for your YouTube video. These are going to be things like researching, scripting, shooting, editing, promoting, publishing your video, everything that's necessary to get your video from the idea stage to an actual published video. Now, tons of research has shown that starting a task is the hardest part, and that once you get started, actually completing it is much easier. Think of it in terms of something like working out. The hard part is to actually get ready, get in your car, and get to the gym. Once you're there, the working out is really the easy part. And believe it or not, it's actually the same with the creative process. What are some things that can get in the way of you starting? These are going to be things like getting a phone call or a text message, being distracted by social media, having your equipment not be ready to go. It's going to be different for every person, but it's important to identify them. I want you to take a few moments, either pause the video and do it now or do it after you watch this video, but actually write down a list of things that you think distract you from either getting started or from completing one of the creative tasks. And also please share them with me in the comment section below so I can be more helpful. Now let's tackle a few of these right off the bat. Things like getting phone calls, text messages, social media, anything like that can easily be remedied by just turning off your phone. It may seem like a tiny little step, but remember that even being distracted for a few seconds by a text message means you have to then start your task again. And you're much more likely to then do something like, well, I already stopped, so I'm gonna go get something to drink or something to eat. And you know what, I'm just gonna also text so-and-so or make just a quick phone call. And guess what? Everything you just did completely interrupted your flow. Here's a tip that my buddy Phil gave me that I love. It's not good enough to just turn the ringer off. Actually take your phone and put it upside down. Because even just seeing out of the corner of your eye that you got a text message or that you got an email already distracted you. Once it's upside down, you can completely forget about it. Remember what I said, getting started is the hardest part. You know, it's interesting, a lot of us think that just because something comes up, we have to tend to it immediately. Like for example, a friend just texted me or called me, so I have to pick up or I have to get back to him right away. No, you don't. If you seriously look at all your communication on a day-to-day basis, how many of them are really so time sensitive that they required an immediate response? And hopefully, if you have some of those, you can take care of them before you even start the task. Let's look at another one, something like your equipment is not ready to go. And now you don't have enough time to both set up your equipment and shoot your video. So whether it's a situation like the equipment is actually not set up or like your batteries are not charged or your memory cards are not ready, whatever it is, get it ready ahead of time so that you can use the time you scheduled for recording more efficiently. I'll give you an example from my life. Let's say I've scheduled time to shoot a video tomorrow. I'm gonna make sure that my lights are set up, my microphone is connected, all the cameras are exactly where I want them to be. I'll also check my batteries to make sure that everything is ready to go so that at the time that I have scheduled, I can just sit down, hit record, and get going. I'll also make sure that all my memory cards have enough space on them because I don't want to find out either when I sit down to start recording or even worse in the middle of a video that I ran out of space. And as silly as it sounds, I don't even want to take 2 minutes during the time that I'm shooting the video to take the memory, empty it, and put it back in the camera. Not only is that making me have to start the task over, and we already talked about that, it also completely gets me out of the mindset of being on camera. And I know it's going to impact the quality of my content. I'm gonna say it again, remove obstacles. So we just went over a few obstacles and I addressed them specifically in the context of shooting But the same is true for research, for scripting, for editing, and for publishing. If you haven't yet, make a list of these things so that you have it. It'll be helpful for you to look at each item and then create a plan as to how to completely eliminate it, or at the very least, drastically reduce it. And that means more productivity with less time and effort. I hope you found this video about removing obstacles that get in the way of your YouTube success helpful. I'll add a link in the corner to the more detailed video and then also in the description of this video. Give this video a thumbs up, tweet it, share it, and hit the subscribe and notification buttons. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Tech Gear Talk. Good luck and see you soon.